Oh, shh, it's about to start.
What's about to start?
The fucking
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
What?
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
No.
But first we need a trailer. Ooh, can you do the trailer guy voice? Let me give it a shot. In a world destroyed by evil,
Brrr.
discover the epic origin story.
It wasn't that epic of an origin story. Like, the origin story part wasn't. What?
I like how we just got into like this origin story wasn't that good actually.
No, it was fine. It wasn't epic. It was just kind of, yeah, it was nice.
First name, Scooby.
Why does Scooby sound like Vanellope?
That's Shaggy. He's like,
Scooby.
Join
middle
Smash
name.
already, Scooby.
Join Smash Brothers already.
I'm dying.
What on earth are you waiting for?
In the span of 2 fucking minutes, we've gone over all the jokes you do all the time.
that's not all the jokes. What about awkward? Awkward.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
The fuck are you
Did not
talking?
see that coming. Nailed it.
Why are you just like reading Huey Duck's lines from the new DuckTales?
Guys, we got company.
Okay, so I sent like the what you call those type of levels? Oh, or was it when you
Cipher?
no when you have a hostage and then you send the letter? What are those letters called?
A hostage
Ransom
letter? A
notes.
ransom note?
Yeah, ransom note. So I sent it over to the other streamer we mentioned earlier, and like he's on his way to save his son. I'm surprised he would come and save his son Joshua.
You didn't actually send a ransom note to like someone you follow on Twitter, did you?
All right, and welcome to the podcast, everyone. Let's move on to a streamable topic.
Hey everyone, welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast. Rosa might have gotten us in trouble by sending a ransom note, right?
Yeah,
Happens to the best of us.
I know.
Big old bowl. I'm bloated right now.
Welcome,
A big old bowl.
one ready.
Oh, okay. Watch out for my needles, though, Steep.
Oh shoot! Whoa! I gotta get to the inner level without touching one of these needles. Can you help me?
Oh, we're the new Seep game for Super Nintendo. Can you help Seep get to the end of the level without getting popped?
Oh, I think I'm gonna need some tape.
Hey, Steep, check out my nail gun.
We have a guest. Oh shoot! We have to like introduce.
Yeah,
the
hold.
guest.
Let me. Can we actually start the show? Hold on. Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the show that never starts. I'm Ryan. Who else is here?
Oh, I'm Rosa, and this is Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
I'm here too. Hi. I'm Vivian.
Hi.
You may remember me from Twitter.
Oh, you were on a few other episodes, right? You were on another episode. Vivian,
No,
right?
I'm the other one.
Oh shoot!
I got 3 notable traits. I play Smash Brothers for some reason. I draw sometimes, and I happen to be Australian, which is weird.
All right, show of hands. Who here's been to Australia?
Not me.
Also, have you seen my child Curb in Australia?
What did you send? Your? What have you done recently?
Hello.
You sent a ransom note earlier. Now you're sending your kids to Australia.
Yeah, I used Curb to Australia. Have you seen Curb over there? Can you tell them they're grounded?
Yeah, sure, we'll do
Can you
that.
find a little curb for us? Have you seen a little curb around?
Who's introduced them? We got Rosa.
Yeah,
and
we
Ryan.
we did. Yeah, we made it through everyone. We just did it in an incredibly poor order this time.
I didn't introduce myself.
All right, who the fuck are you?
The podcaster who needs no introduction.
I thought I just heard a scream outside. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know. Did I already say my name? I'm Seep. I memorize epic rap battles in my brain.
Can you give us one right now?
I like this one part from the. No, I can't say that because that has the S word in it.
The S word is Sonic.
I could do like the. I like the artists versus TMNT. I've memorized that whole one.
Oh really?
Entire rap.
Can you give us like a little snippet of it?
All right. It's hard to. You kind of need the visuals for it. It starts with Leonardo da
Okay.
Vinci. He's like, Cowabunga dude, so let's get it on. Reptiles like as the fathers of the Renaissance. We got the classical technique to kick these three-toe freaks back under the street. I take a turtle and I turn him into mincemeat. You don't really want to step to Da Vinci. I love the ladies, I like to keep it mellow, so let me pass the mic to my man Donatello. Hard shell, but you're gross in the middle. Wouldn't want to touch you with a 6-foot chisel. Born in goop, raised in poop, a slice through a group, and in just like fruit. Oops. Raphael, and I came to flow. Deemed dope by the Pope, but until I croaked. An MC shredder, but I get the feeling. I should pass it up to my man on the ceiling. Michelangelo, and I'm giant. I made David, but I'll slay like Goliath. I'm a rap god, and he can't quite touch me. This battle's your last judgment, trust me. We drop sonnets, we got the mathematics, the architects, rebirth, the rap addicts. You beat the foot, but it won't go well when you catch an Italian boot to the half shell. Oh my god.
Great job.
We finally had some good content.
We did it.
Yeah! You got a rapping black okay. Alright, well, how do we start the show?
Super Mario!
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past.
So I did it. So the day after we did our last podcast, the literal day after, they announced like 400 Mario things.
Yeah, but like whatever. Yeah. Does anyone here even play Mario?
I kind of hate that little freak.
Ops does.
I hate that. I hate that little freak so much. The little he goes, woohoo, woohoo, whoa, wee.
Fuck off. Just I don't. No.
He's so desperate for attention all the time.
No, he's not even as cool as Sonic. He doesn't even have epic stories.
I can't.
He doesn't have the characters. He doesn't have platforming, exploration, or speed.
Vivian, I can't talk about my bad Mario 64 takes until later. We need to like build up to it.
Oh yeah.
Head if you talk about that.
All right. Let's. I guess we should just talk about what was announced. Maybe I should have written down the order things were announced in. Hold on.
The little toy thing, the AR Mario Kart.
What does everybody? Okay, so what does everyone think of? What is it called? Hold on, let me open the direct again. What was that game called?
I mean, I can tell you.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Who's hyped for Mario Kart Live Home Circuit?
Not me.
Well,
No.
okay, it's like I'm not like 8 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the. I don't think we're the target audience for the little toy Mario Kart.
Well, this was a weird thing. There's a few things that was in the direct. It's like, oh, I guess we're talking about this in this direct. I don't know who this feels for upper class kids who have space in their house to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you have like a wooden house, or maybe like I don't know, if you have like a like on the street, just go out on the street and do your Mario Kart.
Yes, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like it's for kids. Like it's for little kids. I think like it's for like babies pretty much.
No, okay, come on. Like kids like RC cars.
Yeah, okay. It's for like 7-year-olds. I'll say like that.
Yeah. Like dinosaur kids.
It's just one of those things where like I watched the trailer and I saw Mario in a kart and I thought like, oh, it's like a side note in a new actual Mario Kart and we're gonna shoot like the real thing like in a minute from now. The real Mario Kart never came. I was like, oh,
You got Mario Kart Tour news though. You excited about that?
we'll
Yeah,
get
yeah, come on.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't know. It's kind of like that Lego Mario thing where like, oh, I don't really care about like this. Oh, it's a toy, but that's a game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It's a cool idea. I could see some kids seeing that on TV and being like,
Wow, Mommy, Dad, get that for me.
and they're like, okay, and they go on Amazon and they buy it for $100.
I'm not gonna lie. I do think it's funny that the only opponents in that game are the Koopalings and Bowser Jr.
I mean,
Optimistic.
very on brand.
Does that mean they're not gonna like sell?
Yeah, you'll never get the
No.
Lemmy Koopa VR car AR VR car experience.
Well, I know it's going to be down on arrival. They're not appealing to the Lemmy fans out there.
Yeah, the Lemmy fandom's gonna have their heads.
Yeah. You mess with the Lemmy fandom. You mess with the Lemmy fandom. You mess with the Lemmy fandom.
All right. Does anyone have any other thoughts on Mario Kart Live Home Circuit?
I expected it to be a lot more expensive than it was. Like I was like, oh, this is Nintendo. It would be like $500.
Yeah, I guess it's surprising it's not more expensive. I guess.
Yeah, it's a toy with a camera on it.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
All right, so just I opened the direct. Going in order, the first thing was the Mario Game and Watch. Does anyone have anything to say on the Mario Game and Watch?
Because
It's cool as Mario Clock for the DSi.
It's a neat like novelty item.
The
I
only
feel like Nintendo is sort of finding ways to put like the oldest Mario games on like the most novelty things ever.
yeah,
And they're selling it.
it feels like something aimed specifically for like those incredibly nerdy retro collector people who pay
Yeah,
like
that's that. We're gonna see like 100 of those in the backgrounds of like nerd vloggers. Like
Hey guys, what's up, guys? Stay on Nintendo news.
you're gonna see like one of those in the box in the background.
you're gonna see them in the background like Smash speculation guy videos.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another Smash speculation.
So that just turned into like an Australian. How good was that? How good? Rate me.
That's my channel. I can't believe you'd call me out like that.
Oh shoot! You didn't have to say.
Some guys would be talking about like the McDonald's Geno leak and like
McDonald's leak.
the McDonald's Geno leak, and in the background you're gonna see the Super Mario Bros. Game and Watch they bought to display and never play.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think this rumor is really got some steam.
Steam.
The only other thing I had to say about it is I think it's funny the Super Mario World Yoshi sprites are in the game during the clock thing. They just didn't make new 8-bit Yoshi sprites even though they have those.
I bet someone's really mad about that.
I am.
I always see like a few people just being like, they got the fucking sprites wrong. I can't support this company anymore.
Hey, couldn't get this right. Mario.
They gun this.
My perfect collector's item is ruined. The Mario explosion is cancelled.
Oh no!
What's next?
I just want to double check. Rosa, do you have anything else to say on the Super Mario Bros. Game and Watch?
It's Mario Bros, but on the Game & Watch.
All right. Next is probably a thing we'll actually talk about for more than like 3 minutes. They announced the Super Mario 3D World Deluxe plus Bowser's Furry port.
Bowser's furry what?
So I guess before like we talk about I guess the actual big thing about this port, it's weird. This is the only port I've seen where they've like mechanically changed the base gameplay for everything. Because the characters run about 30% faster in this, and they have the Mario Odyssey dive.
Oh yeah, you must have noticed that from my analysis video.
I'm gonna
John,
fight
please don't leave Game Explain. I like you too much.
What?
Is that John?
Where? Yeah, John.
Hello. Continue, Ryan.
Yeah,
Don't let me get in the way.
I know, it's just because, when Donkey Kong came to Switch, the only big thing was Funky Kong, and the minor overall change was they changed Donkey Kong's nose for some reason. And,
Right.
whenever
Well,
they...
that's up to code. That's an up to code Donkey
Well,
Kong
gee, I wish-
nose.
I wish they would, change Sonic's nose.
We're not doing Sonic nose discourse. No, it's just because every time they've done a Wii U port, they only ever add content, and it's usually not even that much. It's a few extra levels or one extra mode. But this is a full game. This will completely change how the game feels to play.
Yeah, which honestly, it's like the first Wii U port to Switch that I've considered getting, because every single other one is like, oh, I have that game.
Yeah.
But this one is like, oh shoot, and it also has, online co-op. Apparently.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I'm glad Nintendo's finally putting online co-op into their co-op games, because they were very weird about that for so long. I would say up until last year, literally, when they put online in Mario Maker 2, and they fucked it up. But they actually put online co-op in that, which is something I would never expect them to do. It took them to last year to think that normal for them to do. And
I'm just imagining playing 3D World with the Mario Maker 2 online and just it being terrible.
And that's also what I wanted to say. If this online doesn't work, I could live with Mario Maker 2 online not working, because I didn't really care that much about that. But if 3D Worlds online doesn't work, I'm gonna be genuinely disappointed.
Yeah.
We'll just give it a rollback netcode before Smash ever gets it.
Yeah.
Oh.
3D World multiplayer co-op online.
Rosa, you're trying to say something, sound like?
I mean, I guess it's the most interesting port out there, by virtue of just having being mechanically improved and new content. But at the same time, $60 on just an old port. A lot of good stuff worth getting it for, but that online it's a seller, but also bad online it's a killer.
I almost just feel it's not even worth discussing at this point, because no matter what Nintendo ports from the Wii U to Switch, and no matter what they add, I'm still gonna be under the virtue of this should be $40 at most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to the point where it's I think we should talk about this, but I have nothing else to add to the conversation.
It's just it's just Nintendo should really stop overcharging their games.
I thought you said Nintendo for a second. I was like, what is he?
Oh, okay. Definitely. I'm calling you out, Nintendo. Fight me on the ring. 10 a.m. Sunday in Australia.
Honestly, I don't know what to think about game prices sometimes. I honestly I have no idea what goes into the decisions to make a game a certain price. I'm sure Nintendo could spare the money. They're they are the second most successful company in Japan.
No, they're not the second. They are the most successful company in Japan right now.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And Switch sales are doing wonderfully, so they really have nothing to lose by just putting their games on discount.
Yeah, I don't think it would have killed Nintendo to make the 3D World port $40. All their ports just $40 at most.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to doubt that any work went into it.
Oh yeah, I mean of course.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's sort of at this point, at this point, it's every art company is just putting older games on discount, and everyone's just getting it, and such games with just infinite amount of content, how cheap it is just to get the entire Yakuza collection, and that has hundreds of hours of content.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit more about this when we get to I guess the biggest thing about this, but yeah, it is hard to not compare Nintendo's prices to other similar things. I feel a little But I guess we haven't talked about the other thing, which is Bowser's furry.
Bowser's furry. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what it is, so it's hard to talk about.
It looks cool.
I think it's funny that the game is titled like a Mario and Luigi remake.
God, they really love their pluses, huh?
Do we have any ideas of what's? I don't. What do you say?
I have.
What do we say that hasn't been covered in
Game Explain analysis video?
Thank you, John. I have two theories. I think either one, it's gonna be an open world area kind of thing, like with a hub world, and they might be more like the sprawling savannah type levels, because it kind of looks like a big open playground kind of area.
CBT levels.
Thank you.
I just read that in the chat.
And my other thing, if it's not kind of like an open kind of world field area, is I think it's gonna be like a challenge world where like it has like incredibly like intense levels.
CBT levels, yes.
CBT levels, yeah. Oh, so Scott the Wowzer fired.
Can't fire Scott. He doesn't even know we exist.
That's good.
Well,
I haven't been paying him.
Cause I did watch the Game Explain analysis. Yes, John, I did. And it does look like a hub world you could explore. Cause like there's a bunch of like set pieces. Like there's like all those towers with like cat ears on them, and it looks like you can like platform to go around. It looks like an area you explore. And it makes me think: is this like a hub world area, or is like this the area?
Well, there are like little platforming sections that
Yeah.
you can see in the big explorative world. I guess I'll. Oh, and the game is 30% faster, so
Yeah.
Looks like we get our platforming, our exploration, and our speed.
God damn it!
I think this is gonna be a good one.
No, but
More like 30% cooler.
it does have like it does kind of look like an Odyssey level, honestly, because that's like kind of like it's a big open area with like kind of smaller platform challenges within the world, kinda.
Yeah.
what if they just like made an Odyssey level and not Odyssey for no reason?
That'd be funny.
Like, oh, you guys want your Odyssey DLC? Well, you just buy 3D World again.
Oh my god.
You got the Odyssey dive.
I mean, that's true. I guess
The other thing I was gonna say about the port is I can guarantee Steve Gaming is going to be furious about the cat dive.
Oh no.
And also, like, you know, they'll most likely patch up that fun cat dive glitch.
No, I was so upset about that because like right when I heard the game was 30% fast, I'm like, oh, speedrunners are gonna like love this version probably. And then I remembered the big thing with 3D World like speedrunning was like Peach catsuit glitches. And if they patch that out, this version's fucked probably with like speedrunners.
You know what? Speedrunners are like very. How do you say?
Adaptable.
It's a niche
Yeah.
like thing. But
I mean-
still, it's kind of disappointing.
Oh, and I mean, like, there'll definitely be a crowd for this, but I think it's gonna lose, like, the original. It's probably gonna attract new people more than, like, the old 30 World speedrunners, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah, but even though anything makes speedrunners, they'll figure out a way.
They will.
They always do.
Yeah, there's
I
probably
mean,
some
it
new,
is
like,
like
wiggled glitch, seed port
Like-
glitch, you know.
it's a real science.
The wet nut glitch.
I guess the one last... two other things I want to talk about. They didn't show any new characters in this, and I want to ask, do you think there's, like, one character they're hiding?
Maybe Toadette.
Yeah, because that's my thought, because, like,
I don't know.
they kind of literally just have all the Toadette assets they would need for her in
That's
3D
true,
World
though.
because of Mario Maker. It'd just be easy to like say like, oh, you can unlock Toadette now. Bye. I feel like that'd be easy and people would like that. The other thing is, I've heard the theory about Bowser being playable in Bowser's Fury somehow, and I'd be curious how that would work.
Oh, I just want that. I just want to play as Bowser.
I think
Were
we
you
all do.
Curious or furious?
Yeah, I think Toadette seems easy. I could see them just like being like, oh, you unlock her somehow. Because they have all the assets. I remember before this game came out, the big thing was like they thought they were gonna have like 5 more characters. Like I never thought that was gonna happen. I was thinking like
No.
Can you imagine scrolling through all of those when you start a level? Ugh.
Like 2 more characters would be nice.
I was expecting like
Daisy, Yoshi, Toadette.
yeah, my thoughts was either Daisy or Toadette at the most. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting like 5 more.
Don't call Toadette stinky in the chat. Toadette is wonderful. It's a wonderful little thing. This
Let
is
me
no
see.
Toadette
Wonderful
hate.
little lady mushroom.
The birthday one. Apparently they're gonna add Gino and Fossil.
like, should we? I want to talk about the second thing. There's a theory. Now I want to ask you all. There's a theory that Bowser's Fury, the main villain of it, will be Fawful because it's called Fury, and he says that.
Definitely.
And the logo looks like the Dark Star. And I want you all to make a stance here. We'll fall
one by one here.
Yeah.
All right. Can I start?
Yeah.
You're fucking delusional.
No, it's gonna happen. Fawful's gonna be in 3D World. It's gonna.
Dead. He's canonically dead. He can't bring him back.
Well, there is
Fawful's
a Hell
minion.
and Mario.
Oh, well, yeah. What if they go to hell in this? That's where they find Fawful.
And then that's when they meet.
I know what you're gonna do.
What do you know? Do you know
Yes.
what joke I'm about to make?
Joke you're about to.
What joke haven't you made?
What kind of joke I'm about to make?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, what do you think? I want to know. I want to
No,
know
no,
what
no,
you
no.
think I'm about to joke about. When they go to HD Double Hockey 6
Well,
from Madagascar.
well. Let me ask. Well, so I've heard that scars are evil. They won't hurt
What?
you. We'll find ways to simulate that smell.
Oh, I forgot I did that.
Welcome, Bender. Welcome to the robot heck.
I could say that word. It's in the Bible. I'm allowed to say it, but I don't want to say it. I don't know why. I don't know. It feels like wrong. It feels like an evil word.
So here's my theory for Bowser's Fury. I think you're gonna the unlockable character they're gonna find Geno, and then they're gonna go to like space. And, like there's gonna be like, and then Dimentio and Fawful will be there, and so what?
Tatenga?
And Tatanga.
Don't even
Tatanga.
forget about Topanga.
I like the notion of like people who really like Geno and like Fawful and Dimentio just be like, oh yeah, Tatanga. What was that?
Hey, Mario. I'm Goku. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
uh,
me, Goku. Everyone, nobody really likes me. Nobody really likes me. I don't know why.
Are you doing the fucking Milo Murphy bit with Goku?
No, that's my Goku joke. It's a different.
It's a different kind of joke. It's a Goku. See, this is Milo Murphy, and this is Goku. Milo Murphy, Goku.
Oh my god.
Just because they're both voiced by Weird Al.
Of course. Goku. We really lost track here. Does anyone have any other thoughts on Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Funny?
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, I hope the online good, because that's really a good game to play with friends.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's all we can hope for is that the online is good, pretty much.
Yeah, and
If
who's gonna support the R2S Super Mario 3D World stream?
If not, I'm
Guess
gonna
so.
go to me and Mo's house and read him the definition of sex.
Okay.
He already knows though.
The next thing they unleashed upon the world is Super Mario 35.
Woohoo!
35 whole
That's not a song.
Marios? 35 of them? That's a
And
bit too many.
Nintendo's really good about like having a decent idea and then finding one minor way to fuck it up. And in this instance, it's like, oh, the game's gonna stop existing after March.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I do think it's a bit sus that this was a thing after they took down that fan game that was basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, there was a long enough time, there's a long enough time between them that it doesn't seem like they were doing the same idea at the same time.
Yeah. Though a little sus, since it's like limited time. Like it's like limited time. Like, why do that?
I mean, I could kind of see it as because it's like, the like the limited time thing. It makes sense for it makes more sense for some things than other things because it's like an anniversary celebration period. I can see like why like certain events and certain games are not gonna last forever. Get your like Mario 35th anniversary merch because it's not gonna be the anniversary forever. And I guess the mindset with that was like it's like a little online game thing. I don't know if it's about money. Because that's like,
Well,
it's not even.
the game's like a free bonus thing, so I don't think it's
Yeah.
money. I think it's just a really dumb marketing choice.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't mind time thing for like limited like in-game events or like merchandise, but I think it becomes more of a problem when it's a limited time full like brand new game. It's like, oh, that's dumb and awful preservation.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess here's another question. We pretty much have evidence that we almost know for a fact that almost all of this, plus like Paper Mario, was probably supposed to be revealed back in April. And like,
Mhm.
with the knowledge of that, do you think it's less suspicious that like the time skip, like the time between them taking that game down and the announcement of this?
How many years ago was that taken down? I don't remember.
Let me double
like,
check.
It wasn't recently.
I'll need to double check, 'cause I might still be suspicious about that too.
It was like
Yeah.
a year ago?
Yeah,
maybe?
something like that.
I don't know, maybe they could have been planning like anniversary stuff for a while and they were holding on to it. It's like, it's gotta huh?
But yeah, from what we can gather, almost so all of everything in this direct, plus Lego Mario and Paper Mario, were supposed to be revealed in April. It looked like, and there was supposed to be a big, like an even bigger Mario direct. And I think honestly, if this direct came out in April and it had Paper Mario, I'd been way more interested in it because like that was like there was no big new thing in this. It was all just ports, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I
this.
feel like the. Oh, go on. Sorry.
I was just saying, if this came out in April and had Paper Mario, it was all the same plus Paper Mario. I'd be way more into it, probably.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And like all the limited time stuff probably would have felt less like a slap in the face if it was a full year and not 6 months.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they would have been revealed earlier, but would they have been released
I think so. Yeah.
earlier?
I think it was always because it's like at the tail end of March, and this probably maybe the direct was supposed to be like April 1st, so like it was basically supposed to be like a full year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I get it. COVID happened, they delayed stuff, but I think it's weird they didn't adjust plans accordingly, and it resulted in stuff like this.
That's what makes me think that maybe like some things they're gonna announce it way ahead of time because now we're like finding stuff out and it's like, oh, the free collection is like in like next week. I like, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know the whole story behind this, but it's clear a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes. And,
Yeah, it's not like a normal thing. It feels a little not normal.
and unfortunately, these delays probably resulted in the delayment of announcing Poochie for Smash as a tie-in to the Super Mario 35th anniversary.
It's a real.
It's all right. Like sometimes sacrifices need to be made.
We'll
but,
get here eventually. We'll see Poochie. You know we will.
We'll be very hyped for Poochie.
Can't wait to
Possibly
see-
Manu made.
So I guess on a lighter note, the next thing to talk about is revealed a Mario Kart Tour update in the direct.
Yeah.
And
I thought you said a lighter note.
Yeah, but hear me out. He's back. Donkey Kong Jr. has returned.
Hooray.
And I was talking to Vivian about this before anyone else joined the call. Do you think it's a brand rule Nintendo has that DK Jr. can come back, but only as a 2D character?
Maybe.
Because
maybe they dislike him enough to not want to put in the time
Well,
to give him HD.
because
fidelity.
hear me out on this. His last few appearances in the past 10 years have been he was in Super Mario Maker as a costume, and he was only a sprite there. He was in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a spirit, also only a 2D image there. And now he's in Mario Kart Tour as a character, but he's only a 2D sprite.
It's probably yes, but on top of that, I think this is also just Nintendo not wanting to having to replicate like a rare edition of Donkey Kong Jr.
Well,
on brand.
Well, technically speaking, that exists. They've modeled DK Jr. before, but every time he was supposed to have a 3D model, he was cut. because he was supposed to be in Mario Kart Double Dash, and he was cut from that, and he was supposed to have a trophy in Brawl. They made a new model for him just for that, and they cut it.
I guess again, it's sort of like if he had to bring him back, he's gonna have to look a bit like a Rare.
Oh, let me
just to keep consistency if they wanted to.
Let me get DK Jr.'s Forbidden 3D models on screen because I want to show this. He's been cut from 3D games twice. I want to believe, like, like Chunky Kong and Kiddy Kong feel like banned characters because they never reappear in anything.
Yeah.
I think DK Jr. is also a forbidden character, but on a different way.
Well, they tried bringing him into 3D, but he was just too powerful to be contained, so they had to stop.
DK Jr. was in Mario Tennis 64, you're right. Yeah, that is the one exception. That's the only 3D appearance he fully got to do.
I think it might be that he is so, like, redundant and unimportant to the Mario series that they never really plan to give him much, so whenever he does appear, it's always tiny stuff where he's, like, in the background, or they, like, use old art.
Yeah, the problem is, inherently, Diddy Kong does everything he does, pretty much, at this point.
Right. I think it's less of a hard, strict ban, and more like they just don't feel the need to do anything with him.
He's not really like a wart character either. People like actively want him back. I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone really misses him that much.
It's like, it's sort of, again, what's Donkey Kong Jr.'s place in, like, the DK universe? And then, like...
do they care about that?
I don't know, it's sort of like... I don't know, it's like, who's DK Jr. supposed to be?
Yeah, well, here's the way I think of, like... if I want to take the Mario timeline with the most minimal iota of seriousness, for whatever reason.
yeah, go on.
I like to think that Donkey Kong Country takes place in the future of Super Mario. And whenever Donkey Kong shows up in like a Mario series thing, that's actually Cranky Kong, who happens to look identical to Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But what about when DK brings Diddy to the party in a Mario thing?
Well, that's not canon.
I mean,
I like how your theory came crumbling down instantly, and your response is, "Oh, it's not canon."
Well, Diddy Kong, he only shows up in like Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf.
That stuff didn't happen.
Mario Fortune Street, Mario Sports Mix, Mario Strikers Charged.
Diddy Kong is just really old. I mean, what's wrong with that?
He's like Mort from Madagascar. He's like 80.
Yes.
I think the thing is like they can't. It's too late to brand Donkey Kong Jr. as like the baby Donkey Kong.
Nobody wants a baby Donkey Kong. We already have a baby Donkey Kong.
Well, it's funny because we talked about how Diddy pretty much took anything DK Jr. could do, and I guess the interesting thing is like because Donkey Kong Country was supposed to be Donkey Kong and DK Jr. at first, but Nintendo didn't like the redesign Rare did for DK Jr. So it's like, okay, either just use our design or make a new character completely, and so they just made Diddy.
Yeah.
So Diddy Kong is effectively just DK Jr.'s replacement in every way.
Yeah.
I feel like DK Jr. occupies the same space in my brain that Koopa Kid does.
Yeah.
In that it's just this different take on the same idea who just looks so weird, and that's why I love him.
That's yeah.
It is just funny above all else that his only like major like playable appearance in years is as a 2D sprite in Mario Kart Tour for phones, of all things.
Imagine
I'm just saying, like, just spare a thought for us pink DK Jr. fans. We haven't seen him for years.
Hey, sorry to interrupt real fast. I just noticed I called this podcast episode 9 when it's episode 10, and I checked YouTube, and episode 9 is labeled as episode 8, and there are 2 episode 8s on YouTube right now.
What is happening with you, Ryan?
Great job.
Ryan Ribbit.
They take place at the same time. It's actually canon, you know.
Like,
yeah.
I guess that's... one other thing about DK Jr. that got me thinking is, I do wonder if, like... I've talked about this before, I always wonder if Nintendo has like an approved characters list, and I always wonder like who's on it. Because, you know, Wart never comes back in anything, but he gets referenced in things a lot. Like, they allude to Wart a lot, even if he never comes back. So it always makes me think, like, oh, is Wart on an approved character list? Like, no one's just using him or anything?
He was in like the Link's Awakening remake, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's in that.
Yeah.
That's not like Mario.
Well, and a Toad, like, fully name drops him in Color Splash, too. Like, they fully just say Wart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much of it is like don't use these, and how much of it is just like prioritize this.
And he also randomly appeared, and this is gonna sound. He also just randomly appeared in Nintendo's recruitment book for 2020 with brand new art.
What?
Oh, let me get that. Let me get that on screen. So Nintendo made like a recruitment
art.
Yeah, Nintendo made like a recruitment screen where like. They just made like cute little art, like showing like, oh, here's what jobs you would do at Nintendo with like Mario characters and stuff. And they drew new art for it, and it's very cute. But out of nowhere, they made just new Wart art for it. I'm putting it on screen right now.
Wow. I like that picture of Daisy.
And this is
Donkey Kong. This is a good picture.
this is his only like a physical appearance in years.
He looks like Donkey Kong. He could be a Donkey Kong villain.
And I just wonder about that stuff sometimes about like what Nintendo allows and doesn't allow, and like what are the rules behind it. Like, oh, Baby Wario can only appear. That's probably not the case, but they can probably use Baby Wario. Nobody wants to use Baby Wario. Is probably what their actual case is.
I like Baby Wario. Look at him. He's got a big magnet.
All right, let's scroll through the rest of these announcements. Does anyone have anything to say on the new Splatfest?
I don't play Splatoon.
Yeah.
Nah. I could borrow it from my brother if I want to.
What is it? What is the new Splatfest?
It's mega. It's like
Mushrooms versus Stars.
Yeah, Mushroom versus Star.
So what kind of? Of course, the the super mushroom is better. It's way better.
No, I thought about this. I'm like, I would pick Star because you don't die.
Yeah, but it lasts for like 20 seconds.
See, this
Not
is
even
why
20
it's
seconds.
Splatfest. We're arguing about it, so people will pick.
It's not a good Splatfest because your argument is bad.
I think
I'm right. I'm right. With the super mushroom, you wouldn't have access to the fire flower, the cape feather, the tanuki leaf.
Yes, Rosa, you're gonna say something that sounded like.
I think they both smell stinky.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, Steve Gaming over here.
I can. Oh, here's.
Why would anyone pick the superstar?
I guess here's a smaller thing that I actually have something to say. They announced 6 months in advance that Animal Crossing is getting Mario furniture in March of 2021.
I'm so hyped for a game I don't play anymore.
Honestly, I have to say, at first I wasn't sure about the Super Mario furniture, but now that I'm seeing it in action, I gotta say I'm pretty hyped.
I have two things to say about this. One, it's really funny they announced Animal Crossing furniture 6 months in advance. This is like a 2-week in advance announcement at best. And
You gotta announce it when the anniversary is hot.
And two, I am actually kind of glad this is coming, because I've stood by the notion Animal Crossing New Horizons is really boring furniture for the most part. So I'm glad it's getting anything kind of wacky and silly.
Wacky? Uh-oh, welcome to the Wacky Wack Wack, Wacky Wacky Wack Wack, welcome to the Wacky Wacky Wack.
And Seep is fired.
Oh.
No,
And you're rehired. And we're hiring John.
I don't want to be like weird about
This is John.
I don't want to be like weird about it. But New Horizons is definitely the Animal Crossing game most aimed at like pastel Tumblr blog crowd, I guess. And I feel like
it's the gods game.
Yeah, and it feels like all the furniture, all the furniture,
No idea what I just said.
all the furniture in the game is mostly for like people who want to make cute, aesthetically pleasing houses. But like, I want to make my stupid, shitty robot frog house.
That's why we gotta support my new Kickstarter for Weirdo Woods.
You're right.
It's my brand new Animal Crossing inspired game.
You're right.
Well, in New Horizons' defense, I remember when I played New Leaf, I was just like, oh wow, I can get all the Mario furniture, and then I did, and I put it in my house. I'm like, wow, this looks terrible.
Exactly.
Like this isn't a nice house at all.
I like having garbage homes.
That's fair enough.
All right. Any final thoughts on Animal Crossing Mario furniture?
Are they gonna have Luigi socks?
Hopefully.
Censored. They can't have that anymore.
Censored Luigi socks.
Let's see. Anyone excited for the Puma Mario shoes?
Was that in the
Mario
direct?
64
Yeah.
render on it.
Oh, they announced the Black Mill fashion line, the Puma Mario shoes, the Hasbro Gaming Monopoly Super Mario Celebration, and the Jakks Pacific Mario toy.
I might have missed that. I think I watched like the UK version of the direct.
I think that was
See
also
what's-
in the
see
UK
what's-
version.
It was?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay, so I just wasn't looking at the screen. I saw Puma shoes and I fell asleep.
When those leaked beforehand, and people were like, oh, it's got the Mario 64 render in the souls. It's
Yeah.
gotta be real, you guys.
Yeah, that was leaked like a day or so ahead. That's when I kind of knew. Yeah, the Mario 35th thing is probably real. They just haven't announced it yet. There's no reason they just do like a Mario 64 render shoe for no reason. Nintendo doesn't work like that.
To me specifically.
Nintendo doesn't work like that.
So you're saying they don't do things out of left field?
Yes, Arlo.
Get out of here, Arlo.
Stop flying like Arlo's like a cat who like lives in her house and causes problems.
I mean, I was spraying like pesticide.
So he's a little
If it was-
bug.
Mario All-Stars came to Super Nintendo. Anyone excited about Mario All-Stars for this? Anyone interesting thing to say about Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo?
They took out they didn't even add in the Super Mario World Luigi from Newgrounds.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Anyone missed the Super Mario World Luigi from Newgrounds?
No, not particularly. No, I was gonna say that I think Ryan and some others we talked about it, how like they tried to sort of present it like it wasn't a Super Nintendo game. Like, oh, look at this new Mario game that
Yeah.
you've never played before.
I think like it has like a little blurb on like the actual app, and it doesn't mention the fact it's like a Super Nintendo game or something. It just like kind of talks like it's a new release or something.
Well, and also didn't they say the Super Mario All Stars wait, hold on, it was the Super Mario Brothers, the Lost Levels game.
Yeah.
They kept saying game after it. God fucking damn it.
That's their new brand thing. They've been doing this ever since the Switch came out.
Thank you for playing the Super
yeah.
Mario Maker 2 game.
I
Thank
feel
you for
like
playing.
The Super Mario Maker 2 game.
I feel like they were gonna like try to sell it again, but then they realized, oh wait, we can't get away with that a second time
No.
because
Okay.
remember
Oh
how
my
on
God,
the
that's
Wii,
right. How was
Remember-
on the Wii? Like
a limited
$30.
time for a limited time.
Oh, that's right.
I played, like out of curiosity, I played the Wii version of that through very legal means. Trust me, it was 100% legal. I wouldn't break
Okay.
the law. But I was extremely surprised about like how it was literally just the ROM. Like there was nothing else. It just boots up into it immediately, and I'm like, okay.
What are you talking about? Nintendo works very
God.
hard on their port of Super Mario World.
The one they released,
Appreciative, dude. They put in so much work.
the one they released on Wii didn't even have, wasn't even the one with World, was it? Huh?
No, it wasn't.
God.
Why did they do that? That's so
To buy it
weird.
on the Virtual Console.
Well, I guess you were paying for like the little book that came with it, right? Did it come with a book?
I think
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
Well, you would know. You got it legally, right?
Yeah, I got the discounted Nintendo Selects version,
Ah.
100% legally, and played it on my Nintendo Wii that I have not modified in any way whatsoever.
Okay.
and I guess if unless anyone has anything else to say about Super Mario All Stars, the last announcement of the thing was that they're killing Luigi off, and that they also announced the Super Mario 3D collection.
It's a shame. I'm gonna miss Luigi going forward, but it was a smart business decision, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of had to happen. So
The
let
writing
me
was on the wall.
let me get this out of the way. I want to say something. There's a very common thing where like I see this post on Twitter all the time where it's like, oh, Nintendo fans begged for this 3D collection, and now they got it, they're upset. What? And what? I don't know. I think that's a stupid take because it generalizes everyone as like wanting the same exact thing in one group of people.
Yeah.
And two,
I didn't beg for it.
and two, I
was
didn't.
ready.
I didn't want this. I never said once I wanted this.
I think it was less people begging for it and more people heard that it was happening and they started getting excited about it.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, like I was ready to accept it, like costing over a full price game because it's 3 games.
I have two main thoughts on this. One, well, I don't think it's $60. I don't think it's worth $60. That's my hot take.
No.
I know people do this thing like, well, it's Mario, so it's worth more. Nintendo has a lot to do this because their games are the best of the best. I think that's dumb. But two, if they want us to be $60, I think there's tons of ways they could have justified it without fully remaking the games. I think it should have had restored Luigi and Mario 64. I think it should have had E3 demos of these games that include beta content. I think it should have included like clearer versions of like those E3 trailers with beta content. I think it should have had an art book with it. I think it should have behind the scenes stuff with it.
Yeah, I like.
But like,
I go on. Sorry.
like all the add in as a feature.
Was
You're
that-
able to listen to the music. That's the extra feature.
Yeah, that's like it. And like, I don't know. I appreciate music listeners, but if I want to listen to Mario 64 music, I'll just go on YouTube.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and like even then, like I get that like they're all completely different games with different engines, but like at the same time, they're sort of like nothing is different. They could have just charged $40 or even less because every other company just priced their games at like less than $40.
And you know,
The collection, yeah.
you know, maybe even ignoring all that bonus stuff I said, like if it had Mario Galaxy 2 at the least, maybe I would accept 60, but it doesn't. It's only those 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was honestly before this came out, I was fully expecting it to be $60.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone
just no matter what.
was. Everyone was.
It's that's just kind of the Nintendo baseline that they make pretty much everything.
Except Captain Toad. Captain Toad was only
Except
40.
Captain Toad,
Captain
that's
Toad
right.
was only 40.
Because they
but-
don't view Captain Toad as worth it, you know.
Damn.
'Cause I never trusted that bitch. Like,
Yeah, I
What
think the reason people ask like why they didn't have Galaxy 2, I could like see. I think they could have just put it in, but like I could see how they were sort of like it was like the all stars, and like Galaxy 2 doesn't really hold up on its own the same way the other 3 do, so I could see them like having that mindset about it.
I think the actual goal was avoiding any 3D Mario that's an enjoyable Yoshi to play as in.
Or that. Yeah, if you want Yoshi, you're gonna play Sunshine.
You can play fucking squirting throw up Yoshi.
Yeah.
The Yoshi that melts.
Yoshi in that game. Oh god.
The
Honestly,
Yoshi that melts.
from my perspective, okay, like how many Mario games have you all played? Have you played like all the games in this collection?
I played everything here before.
Okay.
I still have all 3 of them.
I've actually never played Sunshine or Galaxy.
What?
So like just from that perspective, I'm like the person that's like paying $60 and going like, "Whoa, I get these games." I'm like that.
Mhm.
I'm that person who's like never played them, like and doesn't already own them. So I'm like looking forward to it. I see that as dumb.
No, I
but,
mean,
you know,
I don't think you're wrong because I do genuinely think this is a big anniversary thing, but I don't think it's aimed at Mario fans like me or Vivian or Rosa. I think it's aimed at like casual people who like will see like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's those games I used to play. I'll pay $60 for them.
My first console was the Nintendo Switch.
And I guess like, sorry, go on.
I know you go first. I'll say what I want to say next.
Like, again, it just seems like they know they can just take advantage of that fact just to sell it the way it is.
Mm.
Because this isn't the Wii U era anymore. Nintendo's not like a baby company that's failing anymore. They're the most successful company in Japan now. I almost want to say if this came out during the Wii U era, and maybe this is a big conspiracy theory. If this came out during the Wii U era, I think it would have either been cheaper or had more bonuses for fans.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, just to like compare with like other collections, it really makes me sad thinking of like Rare Replay not only having like a way better value for money, but also having like tons of bonus stuff like documentaries and
Yeah.
things like that.
So people get
It's
up,
just
people get kind of up in
upsetting.
arms about like the Crash and Spyro comparison because like they're different. Like okay, sure, whatever. But Rare Replay is like the best thing you can compare it to and be like, yeah, no. Rare Replay
Right.
has 30 games and it's $30 and it has a bunch of like bonus things and like, yeah, I don't know. Banjo-Kazooie in particular is like those two games like some like the highest class 30 platformers of all time.
I would like straight up pay like that price just to have the 3 Banjo games on it, but they have so much other stuff too.
Also, like another set of like games that are like constantly released on different consoles and stuff. Like I think of like the Sonic games. They're like released on like almost every other console, and like they may be bad ports, but the most I could pay is like $4 because they know it's bad ports.
Uh-huh.
I also want to. Oh god, you go first.
I was gonna say that they're also probably recognize that this is the sort of thing that they never really do.
Yeah.
So they could probably see like how people will be so excited because we've never like re-released 3 games in one. It's 3 whole like complete games.
Nintendo doesn't ever. It literally never does anything like this.
Uh-huh.
They don't make collections ever.
No.
I like the last one I can think of was like they made like a puzzle collection on the GameCube, like Dr. Mario Yoshi cooking pan on the pond. That's like the last one I can think of they did.
What about Mario All Stars Limited Edition?
It doesn't fucking count. You know it doesn't fucking
There was
count.
also the Legend of Zelda collection.
Was there?
Oh yeah.
The-
I own that. How could I forget that? Yeah, and Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, and then the first 2 NES games, and like a demo of Wind Waker.
Didn't you say that like was like notoriously buggy and like Majora's Mask
Yeah.
would freeze all the time?
And that's the first way I ever played that game ever.
I've never heard of this. Was that on GameCube?
There's
Yeah,
more. Yeah,
yeah.
there's also Kirby Dream Collection mentioned. There's a few I forgot. They don't do it a lot. Is basically the best way to put it.
Well, Dream Collection's like that's not like main seed
That's-
Nintendo.
Yeah, that's
That's
Hal.
Hal, isn't it? Yeah, and then Metroid Prime Trilogy is retro. So
Kirby Dream Collection. If you want to talk about a bang for your buck, that's a pretty damn good collection.
That's a great
yeah, I
collection.
played that one 100% legally too. I definitely bought it.
Cause the game mentions Obama in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Hold on.
Yeah, it says Obama
Yeah.
got elected in
Alright.
2008.
That did have a lot. It had like those like it showed this like orchestra doing some music.
And
It
that's
had some
what
episodes of the anime.
that's what I wanted from a Mario, because Mario has such a big history.
Yeah.
Like no other gaming series in the world has a history as big as Mario. And I wanted something like
I am here.
hello.
Oh, are we in the?
Everything okay?
Oh, we just lost. We were in our own zone
we
for a
went.
second.
We went to the seep zone.
I was just gonna say because no other here's the Obama thing, by the way. I'll put it on screen now. Here, Obama and Kirby. No other series in the world has a bigger history than Mario, and the fact that Kirby, which is a much smaller series relatively, got such a big thing with like so, and it episodes the fucking anime in it. Like this was such a big like history collection thing, and Mario has like that times 5. So I think the fact they couldn't do anything like on that level. I don't know. It's a little disappointing.
It's probably it might have to do with the fact that Mario is so big that they're like extremely protective about what they tell people about it. Like all that like the recent leaks, like all that beta content that they were never ever probably going to plan to show anyone or tell anyone about.
At the same time, they did recently do the Mario Odyssey art book as well, which has like so much like interesting stuff in it. So I don't know
That's
why
true.
they're only sometimes like that.
I think Nintendo just really undervalues how much we as fans like seeing the development process of things.
Yeah.
And like even with like I remember with like the Pokemon stuff too, like everyone was so excited about that. I bet like fucking Pokemon Company was like this has ruined the brand forever.
Ah.
But I had something I wanted to say, like to wrap up kind of the Mario stuff.
Oh, I had a complaint about the about 3D All Stars. I got that.
Oh, sure.
They're giving us the worst version of Mario 64.
It's
My
true.
favorite game of all time.
That's true, huh? Their game with it's the IQ port, right?
Look, everybody has said
You
the
better
two...
take that back. I disagree with you.
I'm sorry, John. I have to go on, but the two changes people talked about, obviously, no backwards long jumps, which annoys me specifically, but also no gay Bowser. But the other thing nobody talks about is that Mario's jump sound is pitched up slightly higher and bugs the shit out of me.
Is it? Is that in like the actual game? Or
Yeah,
is that...
like I was reminded when I watched like a tool assisted speedrun of it, of that version specifically, and like Mario jumped. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what he sounds like.
I think they might. I could see the localization making it more authentic to the North American version.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like when they released Mario 64 on the Wii, they for some reason gave us the shitty PAL version, which is just objectively worse than
Oh,
every
no.
other one. So I had to play. You had to play the game in like, was it like 15% slower? I think.
Oh my god.
It also gets like squashed as well because the resolution was technically PAL has a higher resolution, but like they had to squish it or whatever. It's weird.
Someone in the chat's wondering about Gay Bowser. What happens is Mario's saying so long Gay Bowser. He doesn't say that. But Mario saying that was only in like localized versions.
Yeah.
Because he's not even called Bowser in Japan.
He's Koopa.
So I think there's a chance that for like the direct, they just use audio from the Japanese version just to make things simple because there's like barely any audio differences. So there's I feel like there might be a chance. I feel like there might be a chance that when they localize it, they'll like make the audio what's most familiar to this audience, this English audience.
What did Charles say Mario was saying during... He said like so long King Bowser? King of Bowser?
King of Bowser.
It does not sound like that.
No, that's not at all what he said. He got a letter from Nintendo and said, this is what you said.
My last thing was, I think it's funny, Luigi's just like an integral part of like all the Mario 35th branding, and he's barely in 30 All-Stars in any game. He's not in the first two, and he's like a small hidden thing in Galaxy.
Then you play
Luigi's
they're
so not...
actually they're gonna remove playing as Luigi and then make you buy it as DLC.
Oh my god.
I guess it is fun. I guess it is funny that also they didn't include Galaxy 2 then, because like now Luigi's just so not part of like the big anniversary collection, and he's like one of the most popular characters, which is a little funny.
He's a funnier character than we
He'll get his own.
No, they're gonna have Luigi's Balloon World in all 3 games.
Oh my god.
I'd be alright with that.
That'd be
I
fun,
like
actually. That'd be fun.
That'd be a good one. I mean, that's worth like $20, right?
Oh shoot, that's too fun. That's I don't think they're not gonna do that.
I have that.
Does anyone have any final thoughts on Super Mario 3D? Any Mario stuff? Any final Mario thoughts? We talked about Mario for nearly an hour.
Yeah, enough Mario stuff.
Well, thank you for letting me complain about Mario 64. Something that like I care way too much about.
All right. Well,
can we move on to like the real topic of this podcast already?
yes. Steve. What is the real topic?
So, last week we got the season finale of Muppets Now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finally talk about this.
So,
I know everyone in the chat's been waiting to hear what we think of this.
So
That was episode 5, right?
I wanna talk about how I watched the finale of it. So at 3 a.m. last night, I was going to bed when the fire alarm went off, and there's been all those fires, and my dog was freaking out. And there's been all those fires in the area, like in America recently, right? So I was like, oh shit, is there a fire in my area now? So I rush out. I like let my dog out because she's like panicking. And then like I noticed it was the fucking fire alarm just ran out of batteries, and it was just beeping to warn us and at 3 a.m, which was great. And so I then had to calm my dog down by like snuggling with her for like 40 minutes. So for like at 3 a.m, I was watching Muppets Now and just like staring at the screen blankly as like the babies go, Rogan, Seth Rogen, and just being like,
Those babies are the funniest Muppets. I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, maybe it's just the fact I watched this at 3 a.m. Out of the three,
No, you're not crazy. You're not. That was actually really funny.
Out of the 3 episodes I watched, this was the one I laughed at the most.
Yeah. It's just the babies. They're funny.
I liked the Bunsen and Beaker sketch. I thought that was Bunsen and Beaker are hard to mess up though in general, but
Beaky, could you turn on the hydraulic press machine?
Oh my god.
And I liked the fucking Fozzie Bear Seth Rogen interview. I thought that was genuinely really funny.
Yeah.
Swedish Chef stuff still kind of sucks, and and the Miss Piggy thing was just whatever.
Yeah. Also, but like it still has that feral energy, but like not as well utilized.
Well, that's kind of what I liked with the baby thing. It was kind of just the most like them going wild out of like anything I watched in that whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Pepe is pretty feral.
I like Pepe. I like the Pepe quiz show.
Yeah.
I have a crazy crackpot theory that came to mind last week.
Yeah.
About Muppets Now.
Yeah. What is it?
So, all right. Okay. Everyone, just give me a moment. I'm gonna run down some things about the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to piece together this actual theory, this Muppets Now film theory that I have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Muppets Now, it has a relatively low budget, even for like a Disney Plus show. Like you look at stuff like The Mandalorian, right, or High School Musical, the musical of the series,
Or Phineas and Ferb, Candace Against the Universe.
Right, those are like full like TV quality, at least TV quality productions, even higher in the Mandalorian's case, but that's like Star Wars, so that's a lot of money. But still, like, and you look at Muppets Now, and like all these segments of a particular sketch, they all seem like they could have been filmed in a day. Like I feel like you could have filmed all of Lifestyle with Miss Piggy in one day.
Yeah.
Like I think they probably got in Linda Cardellini for like a weekend. Like, oh, okay, sit here for like Linda Cardellini. Just sit here for like 3 hours, and we'll film like 5 jokes with you, and you'll be on your way. Okay, but I'm not done yet. So we have the low budget. I looked into the production of the show. It was originally developed for 10 minutes. These were going to be 10-minute segments. They ended up being like full half hours. So I think they might have added the Zoom call segments to extend runtime, maybe, or like combined, 2 different episodes together, so we get half the amount of episodes with twice the runtime per episode. There's lots of trendy internet humor.
Oh, of course.
There's like a cat memes joke, like cat videos joke.
God, real fast, quick tangent. It is so funny that it is 2020, and the default joke for internet stuff is still just cats, and that's like not even the case for anything anymore.
I have always thought about that. Like over the past couple of years, it's always like marketers are just like, oh, we'll get them real good with this one. They love cats, don't they?
I mean, like, they're pretty chaotic. I think Garfield sort of had a hand in them.
I mean, cat videos are still popular, but they're not like the prevailing internet thing anymore, really. But yeah, a lot of trendy internet humor. So, the conclusion I've come to about this show, my crackpot theory is, at some point in the production of this show, Muppets Now was a YouTube show.
Ooh.
And I looked at, like, if you look at all the sketches, they seem kind of like YouTube show parodies.
Yeah.
Like, Miss Piggy is she does beauty tutorials. The Swedish Chef is cooking channels, and those are really popular right now.
Yeah.
Then you got like the Bunsen and Beaker segments, which are kind of like it reminds me of like slow-mo guys, where it's like, you know, the sort of like internet videos you'd see were like, oh, we're gonna do something crazy with science. We don't know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna film it. You got Pepe's Quiz Show, which is an obvious pot shot at Doug Walker's failed Kickstarter.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew.
It was a really solid theory, Steve. But the fact that like you made a solid theory just to build up for a Doug Walker.
This is not the. I'm serious. This is like an actual. Like Miss Piggy has like a sponsor in the last episode, and it's like integrated like a YouTube video would do it. Yeah, I think it's like the fact that it's like an unscripted sort of semi-improvised thing that really feels like in the vein of like a YouTube show, you know?
No, I mean, Muppets have always done like YouTube things, so I wouldn't be surprised if like at one point this was just supposed to be like another phase of like Muppet YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm. I think what really would have killed that dream was like sometime last year, the YouTube got in trouble for doing targeted ads and kids videos, which made all kids content pretty much financially unviable on YouTube.
Yeah.
So they would have had, if at some point they were planning to put it on YouTube, they would have had to cancel those plans. And around the same time that happened was when Disney Plus came out. So maybe that was like when they decided, like, we'll just put it on Disney Plus. We'll make it like 20 minutes per episode. We'll put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I feel like when you frame it like the fact like there might have been a YouTube thing at one point, it makes way more sense to me. Yeah. Because I feel like, to me, restraining the Muppets as like they have to do this episode feels very like, I don't know, restrained for the Muppets. And that was always kind of my biggest problem. But when you frame it like, oh, it was a YouTube thing, they were supposed to be like they're doing YouTube stuff, like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was my crazy crackpot, and it just felt like it all came together. I finally got the joke of Muppets Now.
The joke of Muppets Now, YouTube.
The joke of 87.
But that's just a theory.
Film theory! Thanks for watching!
Isn't Matt like helping development on like the FNAF movie?
Oh yeah. Well, that's another news topic.
What?
Why did he let him?
I don't know. He's a pretty big face in the FNAF community.
I like the FNAF movie. Where's the news with the FNAF movie? Scott Cawthon announces an initiative to help support FNAF movie cancels Screen Rant, and then right under it is FNAF movie moving rapidly forward.
Wasn't like the FNAF movie like went through development hell because Scott didn't like it?
Yeah. It's been rewritten at least a few times now.
I feel like the thing about FNAF, I feel like what fans like about it is like the lore that spans over tons of games, but like when you want to make something that makes like just a movie, you have to find a way to get everything fans like about the whole series in one movie and appeal to general crowds. So I imagine, like, as silly as it sounds, this is probably a hard movie to write.
Yeah, you gotta like balance like having like sort of lore stuff without going too far. But I think the concept could make just like, you know, scary animatronics and like a haunted Chuck E. Cheese has never really been done that much before. So it could make for like an interesting standalone thing.
Because you can't just do a FNAF movie where like the whole thing is they're just scary animatronics. Because like there's more to the series than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's sort of just a lot of lore that's been built up over the years, and then everyone sort of just studied that lore. And like, what can you do with that in the movie?
Well, I think you could. I think there's a way to do it. Like you could. It'd have to be sort of like its own thing.
Yeah. I guess like it's like you could probably just make it like a piece of the puzzle, you know?
Yeah, I that's sort of what they do with the books, I think. Like they're not necessarily canon to the games, but there's like certain allusions to like story beats and maybe like
like, oh, the book was like alluding to this lore piece, and we can like connect this puzzle piece based on this story, based on this.
You know, it'll probably have like little stuff like that, where if you're like a normal viewer, you wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I guess the only other news, the last kind of news bulletin of the week, I guess that just happened today, is Ubisoft announced the Scott Pilgrim game in a desperate attempt to cover up their asses. Guys, no. They're like, no, guys, look, no, we're cool. Look, the Scott Pilgrim game. Look, no, guys, come on, like us again, guys, come on.
Did Ubisoft say something like, what happened? What did they?
God, what? There was a few things they did recently. I know there was some things about like how they were treating employees was one thing, and then they used like the Black Lives Matter like symbol, like the hand like punching up thing, as like the symbol for like villains in their game.
Okay. Right.
So
that's unfortunate.
So they've been in a lot of hot water lately, and I don't want to be cynical about like lost media being like refound, but it feels like they're like, oh, we need good press. Just renew the Scott Pilgrim license finally.
Are they like also like, is the game gonna be physical or digital only?
It's digital only. We know that already.
So pretty much like
It hates itself.
Yeah, I'm glad it's alive, but it's hard not to feel a little cynical about like, oh, Ubisoft is doing this for like desperate attempt at good. They could have done this like a while ago if they really wanted to, probably.
Yeah, that's business. That's being a company.
I guess I think that's all the news for the week. Unless
what about the new Zelda game?
Does anyone here really play Zelda? That's the problem.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't really.
None of us are because I play Zelda, but I'm not really a Zelda head or whatever.
Yeah, I've always said like I pretty much enjoyed every Zelda game I played, but like if they just disappeared one day, I'd be like, yeah, I don't care.
Wow. Like I haven't played Breath of the Wild that much. It's cool that it's another Zelda game coming out, and I get on set of it. So like, oh, they really like are going forward with this story.
The only like major thing I have to say about it is like I think it's good. I like that Nintendo's still licensing out their series to other studios, and I think they should do that way more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way we're gonna get like a playable Zelda.
I think it's for as someone whose only 3D Zelda game was Breath of the Wild, and I still haven't beaten it yet. I think it's like a really neat idea. When I heard when I heard there's a new Hyrule Warriors, like I hadn't even seen the trailer. I was just like, oh, okay, it's on the Switch. I just assumed it'd be sort of like, the other one. But it is pretty cool that they're fitting it with the Breath of the Wild story, which will kind of hold people over until the sequel comes out. Which I don't know how far away that is from releasing. So this is a good little holdover.
Yeah.
I do wonder two things about this. One is I wonder when this started development, for one. Because I wonder, like, if this started, like, when Breath of the Wild 2 was in development, they realized we're gonna delay it, so, like, oh, maybe good to, like, give a little spin-off game. And, two, I do wonder what characters they'll have in it, because the first Hyrule Warriors has, like, 1 million characters, and Breath of the Wild has, like, way less characters than 1 million.
Mm-hmm. I could see them trading off having a ton of characters in favor of putting other sort of things in it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I haven't played Hyrule Warriors, but I assume there wasn't like much story to it.
There's a story, but it's not like anything deep. It's more like it's like a fan service story, pretty much, mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of it's the story. The story is literally just kind of like, oh, character from game falls into the world, and now they're here.
Whoa, dudes! We're in the Zelda world.
This is just like the Legend of Zelda.
Whoa!
It's Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad.
I'm just happy for Daruk.
You know,
They're
I'm just
ready
happy.
to roll.
I'm happy for all the Zelda fans out there personally. You know, I've never really been the biggest Zelda person, but you know, I gotta say I'm pretty hyped for all the Zelda fans.
I don't-
Sakurai and the team have really.
I don't.
Sakurai and his-
Sakurai.
That's my Ash Paulson voice.
Who's Ash?
Remember
Well, that's a
one-
pretty good impression of my former coworker, Ash Paulson.
Yeah, good job.
That's fair.
Every time, one time I was listening to a Game Explain discussion, and Ash said he didn't like Wario, and I got really angry.
Oh my god.
I was like biking home from work. I'm like, I want to listen to something while I'm biking home. Oh, like Game Explain uploaded like their weekly Smash discussion like before the game came out, and they were talking about like Wario's thing, and Ash like, I don't really care that much about Wario. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
that
crazy.
reminds me, I was like once listening to some podcast or whatever, and then like they talked about Bowser Jr. and said like, I think he's an annoying character. I don't think many people like him. I'm like, fuck you.
People are way too mean to Bowser Jr.
I don't get it. He's so cute.
He's
People are
just a baby.
there's people. I think people are still stuck on like
He replaced the Koopalings. He took our favorite characters away.
and they've just been stuck on
Everyone
that
hates
for
Victor
so long.
Stallings.
Yeah, and it's like Bowser Jr. He's great. I think more people should show appreciation for Bowser Jr.
I
You know,
think
He's like one of my favorite Mario characters. He's so funny.
Yeah.
I think especially like 2017 on, where like they put a lot more emphasis on like him and his dad's like dynamic, especially like with Mario plus Rabbids and Origami King and stuff. I don't really get how you can like still hate Bowser. I've said this before.
Yeah.
I don't get the notion of hating a Mario character because like they're all so simple that like hating one just sounds stupid to me. Like people like venomously hate Waluigi's like. What about Waluigi is there to hate compared to like anyone else in the series?
You know, in the in the Power Orb arc, I
Well, you know, I can't forgive Waluigi fans because they excuse what he did to Luigi's Island.
In Mario Party 3.
Yeah, everyone, go out today and say something nice about Bowser Jr. Please.
Hey. I saw two guys on
Put that
Twitter.
out there.
I saw two guys on Twitter once do slightly annoying replies to Sakurai about Waluigi, so like now nobody in the world genuinely likes this character.
He's just a meme character, you know.
speaking
Game and nobody takes him seriously.
speaking of like Smash characters calling anyone a meme character, I saw someone call Heavy from Team Fortress 2 like a meme pick.
What does that mean? That
They
doesn't mean
watch all
anything.
they watch all the Gmod videos and they didn't realize he was actually from a game.
Meme character is just basically, it's just when a character is popular and they're funny. It's like, oh, that's a meme. What are you watching this like comedy show? What are you Bill and Ted? What is this meme movie? What is this?
Well,
I s-
personally, I thought when they put Piranha Plant in Smash Brothers, it was definitely Twitter meme bait.
Twitter meme bait cloud Nintendo Paper Mario white outlines.
Mario white outlines.
I mean,
you know.
Paper Mario interview.
White
Hearts.
outlines. Fucking
People will call Guma taking the L meme bait while seeing Gummo open their third eye.
Mario turns to the screen and does like the Dipper smile.
Wahoo! Look, I have a kidney bean face. Look at me.
That's gonna be him in the Mario movie that they're gonna recently. What did the Cal Arts do to Mario's design? What are they?
I'm gonna be like one of those guys who like most wanted Smash character is like a character from like a niche Japanese property who goes on Twitter and sees Diddy Kong 47 say they want Crash Bandicoot and Smash and get really angry about that.
It's a Western meme bait.
I bet you Smash character discourse is the dumbest thing on the
It
planet.
is.
What are you talking about, Ryan? Like, I want hit character Princess Tippy from Ribbit King to be in Smash Brothers, and I can't
Finally.
believe that you want someone as shitty as fucking. I forgot the character everyone hates. Sorry, my bad.
Listen,
I-
Hero was for the Japanese fans, Banjo was for the Western fans, and Joker was for everyone.
Most popular character in the world.
Mr. Worldwide Joker.
How could they say that? The character who was... They got it wrong. The character who was for everyone was Dark Samus!
Oh my god.
Dark Samus is loved by all. God, I totally forgot about that tweet until now. Also, go on, Rosalind.
I definitely
know-
made one that was just like the exact same tweet, but the most loved by everyone in the world was I from Super Monkey Ball.
That's pretty good.
You know, the N in Banjo instead of
Go on. Take your time.
I'm waiting.
it's just too traumatizing.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. Who is it? Who's the character?
They put in Banjo instead of my anime girls.
Which anime girls?
Number 5.
Number 5? From Kids Next Door?
No! And generic anime girl number 5.
It's operations.
Bow. The Smash logo comes on the screen, and it's like a white screen. Bow, na 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 na.
Generic.
What the fuck are we talking about? I feel like we got it for so long. We should probably We should probably do questions now. We've gone too long.
Serial characters.
Don't call them. That's like the dumbest thing. I saw they put Mario in Smash, and I fucking grabbed my laptop and threw it out the window and punched the wall and was like, "Serial character!"
Mario is literally a serial character. That's just the funniest, like what that is the most indicative of what do people think Smash Brothers is sometimes? Like, what is this children's game mascot? What is this? This is an adult game.
Well, you see Seep after the mind-shattering reveal of Joker.
I couldn't agree more.
We need to do questions now. We've done like a 40-minute long tangent about serial characters.
Yeah,
the segment before then, I recall.
we skipped our what did we actually do?
We don't have time. We don't have
I was
time.
prepared.
What do you mean we don't have time for that?
All right.
Last week we did a 3-hour episode.
I guess you're right. All right. What did everyone do this week?
Go lightning round. Quick.
Who wants to go first?
Oh well, me and Ryan saw Heart of the Wind.
It's Whispers of the Heart, dear.
Oh,
Breath of the Wild?
so
No.
we saw Whisper of the Heart yesterday, and it was just a very nostalgic feeling movie for anyone who's just looking to go into a certain field of work.
Whispers of the Heart is one of the Studio Ghibli movies I watched the most. Actually, I've seen it about 4 times now. But every time I watch it, I love it. It's a great movie. But every time I watch it, my mind just thinks lo-fi beats to study to, because that's the movie where the animation comes from.
Oh my gosh. You watched the lo-fi beats to study to meme movie?
Well, it is kind of like
What a meme, baby.
the movie as a whole is kind of just very, I guess, lo-fi beats to study to, because it's very just
relatable.
I thought you were gonna call the movie meme bait.
No,
I thought
it's
you were
just
gonna call it Studio Ghibli movie meme bait.
it's very relaxing, just because it has the thing a lot of Studio Ghibli movies do. There's no central plot to the movie, pretty much, and it's just it is
just like Steven Universe slice of life, plotless. Get to the point already.
I'm gonna grab you and throw you. No, I just most of my favorite Ghibli stuff is honestly the ones that don't have a big plot.
Yeah.
I like this and Kiki a lot. I like the ones that just don't have a main central plot, and it's just a slice of life thing.
Yeah, it's it has a really good vibe to it, and these wonderful quiet moments. So just enjoy the illustration, the painting, and the backgrounds. I guess it's those movies that sort of that just wants you to take a breath. Sit back, take a breath.
Now there's something you should know, so I'm here to tell you so. Don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show.
Fucking loathe you.
But yeah, I guess it's very endearing to people who are like young and trying to get into the field of work, and then people who are like older now and just sort of just like remember that sort of experience they had in like their school years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's sort of and also it's just sort of like funny, just laugh like looking at these kids have talking about like romances and stuff. It's just really funny.
Yeah, no, I don't have much else to add to it. I mean, like, do you say a Studio Ghibli movie has amazing animation? Is that even worth like saying at this point? Like, no shit.
I mean, it pretty much goes
Again,
the thing. And
it's-
Sakurai and the team really put all that do.
But again, yeah, that's why it makes like the quiet moments so pleasant to look at, because like it's just wonderful illustrations to look at.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is a very all these movies. I like because a lot of Ghibli movies are more take place in a lot of like fantasy worlds, more stuff locations. So it is fun to see a more modern city based one, and it takes place in 1994, as you can see by a calendar. And then Rosa said she wouldn't be playing Donkey Kong, and then I checked, and she would in fact be playing Donkey Kong Country that year. Anyway,
I said she wouldn't be playing Donkey Kong 64.
okay. Well, you backpedaled. Okay, well, so what did you see, Vivian? What did you watch or play anything this week?
I did.
All right,
Oh.
what did you do?
Well, I want to keep it a bit quiet because I don't want to get Arlo to come in here. But I have been playing hit 2019 indie game Bug Fables.
I smell something. I smell Bug Fables discussion.
Oh no.
Excuse me, podcasters.
Yeah.
Have you been talking about Bug Fables
Yeah.
lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have been.
Oh my god, this is the coolest game in the world!
Can I just say, I realize now, you don't do an Arlo voice, you do like a Gerbert voice for Arlo.
Yeah, I realized that. My Arlo has been so flanderized. Well, it's like this podcast's version of Arlo. Like our Arlo has become its own blue furry beast.
I feel like the version of Arlo that we have is like the version of that exists in most people's mind that doesn't actually exist, and I feel bad because I don't think anyone. I think people sometimes don't get the joke of that, and I feel like I'm worried someday Arlo's gonna like find these and like think we're making fun of him.
We have to have like an Arlo
disclaimer.
Yeah, just on like the top left corner of the screen. just say like we love Arlo, we love you, like, and like show all of our YouTube accounts that we're all subscribed to him with the
Notification bell. Be sure to ring that notification bell to get all of my Nintendo News Roundup updates.
If I didn't like him, then I wouldn't be able to make so many jokes about him.
Vivian, go on.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, I was laying the foundation for that joke. I wanted it to go somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I really like that game. I decided to play it after I finished Origami King because I was like, well, I'm in a Paper Mario mood, and like I was actually kind of worried that I would be like, oh, I kind of wish Origami King was like this, but no, I definitely just like both of them a lot in their own rights.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really do like what it does to like expand upon Paper Mario. Like, I even feel like a bit of Mario and Luigi in there as well. It's like there's all these mechanics about how you like arrange your party members, and then like all of their attacks are like a lot of them are like team based as well.
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm just rambling here, but
No,
it's
go
a
on.
really good game. I would really recommend it. Like it is even like way bigger in scope than I thought an indie game would be. Like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Trust me, it's as good as I've been saying.
I sometimes worry when these kind of like meant to like take the place of a thing games kind of come out, because there's always the worry like it's just gonna, its entire identity will just be like it's another version of a thing. But I'm glad because like
that was what I was concerned about, but it's not like that at all.
you know, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
But it's mostly it's like its own thing, just clearly inspired.
Yeah, like I also really like found myself surprised about like how much I really like the characters in the world and everything. Like it, you can feel like it's not like weighed down by like being a Mario game, so it just does like this whole like huge backstory and lore and stuff like that, which is normally stuff I don't really care about. But like I'm just reading about it, I'm like, oh wow, this is really interesting. They have a lot of fun with like all the different types of bugs, and they all have their own kingdoms you go visit and stuff like that.
Sounds really neat.
Yeah.
I would actually play that. But if I think I'd play that once I finish like my Paper Mario Explosive journey. I've played 2 Paper Marios so far.
Yeah, no, it is really good, and like I can tell that like also it part of it like appeals to those people who like do challenge runs of Paper Mario games because like it's a lot because I'm playing it on hard mode and it's like quite difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But like the battles are like really you really have to think a lot about it, and I feel like it probably does like a better job than Thousand Year Door does because it's a lot more in depth. Because as I said, like you have like different like whoever's like in the front of your party has more attack power, and then I have like a badge on that like gives more defense to whoever's in the back. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
I will say just a bit of a tangent about Paper Mario. I do think it's very weird when people act like absolutely nobody likes the new Paper Mario games because like a certain subsection of the internet doesn't like it.
Yeah, especially the latest one. Like that. Well, I've heard
Yeah,
so
that's
many people love that.
generally popular with like a lot of people, which
Yeah.
it's nice to see because like I remember being like one of 3 people who liked Color Splash. So
I'd say like it's 90% people like it, but there's definitely that vocal 10% that like
Yeah.
for some reason acts like nobody likes this game. And it's very weird to me.
Yeah.
I guess like I guess at this point, it's just people trying to say no one likes this game to say like bring back the old one. Because like a lot of times when like I saw Origami King coming out and they say don't buy this game, so we could have the original come back, you know.
Don't buy this game so the company goes out of business.
Hashtag Mario story.
And like I played it like oh this is
I was actually gonna make a tweet about this, but I might as well say it here. Last night I had a dream that they remade Thousand Year Door, and it looked like really low budget, and also all the instead of playing as Mario, you played as the Toho girls.
that's actually that's an actual game.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I believe there's so many Toho fans games. There's probably one like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
It's like the same location and like fucking Gumbella was there, but you just played as fucking Tohos.
I guess Seep, you could do the last thing of the week, and then we'll go to questions for Randolph.
In a world.
Okay, I'll go through mine. I'll say my biggest. I think my biggest thing I watched this last week. Last time I mentioned I saw Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Like the first one, and since then I've watched the second and third ones. And yeah, I had never seen those movies before. I didn't really know anything about them. I wasn't alive when the first 2 came out. I sort of missed a lot of the whole like cultural like they had a cartoon, like they were that big, you know. And I really like those movies. They're pretty good, like funny guy movies, you know.
They got the funny guys in there. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
It's a funny. Whoa, dude! I'm Bill. I'm Bill S. Preston Esquire, and I'm Theodore Ted Theodore Logan, and we're funny guys. I have to say, I really, the second one is like my favorite of all of them. I didn't know what I thought the second one was gonna suck. Like I thought this was like, okay, there's gonna be like a cash-in sequel to a popular 80s movie that came out like 2 years after. It was like, oh, they rushed this out to get like a funny sequel. But it's like really like it's a crazy sequel. It's one of those crazy sequels. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd compare it to like Gremlins 2 or what was the other one? Or like Evil Dead 2. If anyone watching this has ever seen any of those.
I know what you're talking about, at least.
Yeah. Or even like like Sponge Out of Water. How
Oh.
it's just like a crazy, like they just kind of did whatever they wanted, and it's like it's got like a pretty loose plot where just crazy stuff just happens. It's kind of like that, and I really loved it. It's a really funny movie. You can watch Bill and Ted, the first 2 ones, on YouTube free with ads right now, and I would recommend them. And if you like those, I think you'll probably like the 3rd one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched it at the drive-in. And yeah.
Yeah.
They're just funny guy movies.
Yeah.
I like how the 3rd one is. I pointed this out on Twitter.com. The plot is just like, it's like that meme, boys with a time machine versus girls with a time machine.
Yeah.
I just want to put that idea out there. I think that's really funny. Someone should make a meme image of that with Bill and Ted 3, because that is the actual plot. All right.
Bill
And
S.
that's pretty
Presser and
much-
Theodore Lurkin, Spock, the Rock, Doc, Hawk, and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere,
my
Lenny
God.
passed.
Last week, I started doing that. I started doing that, and then Gandalf the Grey, and Gandalf the White, and Monty Python, and the Holy Grail, Black Knight, and Benito Mussolini, and the Blue Meanie, Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, Robocop, Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan.
Jesus
didn't know I could
Christ.
do that.
Wow, holy, that was...
I just started doing it. Do you ever have like songs where you just start like doing it, and you're like, wait, do I know all the words to this? And you just do it.
You know,
Like a particular part of a song.
You know Spock, the Rock, Doc, Hawk,
Country
and Hulk
Road.
Hogan?
Yeah, I know Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan. .com, Lemon Demon.
Alright, we should probably get a few questions in before we end off. So chat, this is the part of the show, the special funny show, where, you know, you ask a question, we'll answer it.
How do you pronounce this Mario emoji? You go, oh,
Swinga!
wowie zowie.
Mama!
Mama! Mama Luigi!
That was the last episode.
Mama Luigi.
Ryan, why don't you answer this question from Puffle Hugs?
Why did you decide to end the podcast after? What? No, there's
It's on the
gonna,
future. They know what you're doing.
there's gonna be more funny episodes.
Ryan, I think you should tell us what's really going on here.
No, hold on. What 5 characters do you all legitimately want to see in the Smash? That's like an hour-long discussion. Can we answer that like in 10 minutes?
I could do 2.
Let's limit it. Okay,
I made this before. I
2
made one of these before.
2 characters. Let's do just 2 per person. 2 most wanted Smash characters right now. Go.
Wiggler and Raymu. There you go.
All right. What about you, Steve? 2 most wanted Smash characters right now. Go.
Waddle Dee and a nap.
And then Nap.
Yeah, I'd just go to sleep and be like, oh, that's all I need. That's all I needed to see today.
All right, Rose, you go.
Arlo, Julio, and Marissa.
Ooh. Rayman and Raymu.
Raymu Origins.
Waluigi very close third, but those are the 2 big ones for me right now.
Someone asked, did anyone play any Sage game?
I
Why
did
did
it.
I read that?
I-
I actually did not.
I did it, but I watched my friend Nash play a few, and he played
Yeah.
he played Blaze the Cat and Marina like visual novel, which was pretty cute. He played like a 3D
The
what was the 3D platformer game called? Like Tyler Adventure or whatever?
Tyler White Academy Adventure.
I don't know, some kid, and it was like a 3D platformer that was cute. He played the Mario remix thing, which was really cool. I really like how that looks.
Oh, right.
And then he played Sonic Goes to Equestria, which is a My Little Pony Sonic crossover that has custom voice acting in it.
That
I
sounds
respect
really good.
I have a friend who's an egghead.
Sorry to interrupt your bit. I'm sorry.
So like, I also want to say like I mostly watch a lot of gameplay, and like a lot of the 2D stuff really looks great. They tend to look great with Sonic. The 3D stuff, they always seem a little rough when I look at them. Like, I think the best 3D Sonic game was like the Sonic Heroes engine, where like that looks the most refined compared to like the Sonic Infinity engine, which uses a lot of the boost gameplay and like allow skydiving in itself. And
It's probably really hard to make like a 3D fan game.
yeah,
Like, so many people have tried to do it. I feel like you just need to get like a pretty big team of people who want it to like
Mhm.
try to like collaborate to like actually get something, because a lot of them never go past like the demo test stage
Mhm.
phase.
Yeah.
It's like the problem is like realistically, even like for like Sega making a Sonic game, is that like it has to be in HD, and it's like this extremely large worlds they have to do because you run so damn fast.
yeah.
It's like really hard to do.
Can,
That's
can,
why
Yeah,
they have
it's
treasure
just-
hunting levels.
can I
Like,
ask? Can I
again-
can I ask a question real fast? What do you think
Yeah.
there's more of? Bulbasaur's drawings of Bulbasaur that exist from people who wanted to draw every Pokemon, then gave up after Bulbasaur, or custom 3D Sonic engines.
That's a good
oh, boy.
question.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm gonna go with the Bulbasaurs.
Yeah.
Probably Bulbasaur. It's easier
Yeah,
to start.
I probably Bulbasaur. I just want to make a dumb joke.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
But,
a
like,
funny
again-
joke. I applaud that joke.
Again,
Great
it's
job,
just
Brian.
that a lot of Sonic 3D levels, 3D from fan games are like rough. They're just very rough.
All right, here's
Uh,
it. Oh, go on.
Sonic Robot Boss 2 is pretty good though.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Good engines, rough level design.
All right, here's a good like way to end off the show for tonight. If you had to pick a Toho or My Gym Partner, a Monkey character to work at Burger King with, who would you pick?
Oh, I don't know characters from either of those things.
Well, thanks for nothing.
Goodbye. Good night, everybody.
No, no.
Let me see.
No.
That's a hard
Oh.
choice.
I'll pick Marisa because I like her hat.
Okay. What's your My Gym
Like-
Partner's a Monkey character choice then?
I don't
says
know
good?
any of them.
Oh
Except
my
for it
god.
doesn't say and. So
Well, let's see here. Let me list some characters off for you. You got Adam Lion, Jake P, Jacob B,
No.
Jacob P, Jake Spider Monkey, Winslow
Jake P, Jake P.
Windsor Gorilla, Slips Python.
No. It's fine to just have a Toho. The question was framed if you had to pick a Toho or a My Gym Partner's a Monkey character to work with.
Oh, all right.
I'll choose both. I'll choose one.
We
So,
got-
for sure, I would like to work with Slips.
Whoa, dude! I gotta put the buns, then the patty, dude, then the cheese,
I
then
was
the
like-
lettuce.
And the pepperoni. And the cheese.
Windsor here too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I started breaking into that scene in the pizza delivery SpongeBob episode where they're looking at the pizza.
Doesn't that look good? Yeah, the cheese and the pepperoni and the cheese and the pepperoni.
You know that scene.
I think I'd choose Windsor, but I put him on cash register and I wouldn't talk to him.
What?
I will work with Kazuzu.
Zuzu.
And then Windsor, he'd be at the cash register, and then oh, Skeeter
I just think
would come by.
Skeeter?
Oh, what's his name? He's like, you're supposed to press the buttons.
Oh,
on the cash
from
register."
Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah.
Actually, I did all the math in my head.
That's just some sodium chloride.
Sodium chloride.
Dude, it's salt. It's like a Slips in Windsor.
we're really this podcast episode is really on its last like guess.
No. We got the good monkey show jokes.
We're like a little rocket ship, like.
We got so many questions, and this is our last one. We gotta answer this.
Yeah,
Alright.
just like Johnny Quasar.
Hi, I'm Johnny Quasar.
Johnny Quasar.
This is my wallet.
missing in action.
Mark.
Sometimes I'm too smart for my own good.
Johnny Quasar here.
Oh, I gotta answer that question.
What? Yeah, you gotta answer before we end.
I gotta really think about this. I don't know. I feel like James Ant would be he'd be a very easy person to work with, just like on an emotional level. But he'd probably be getting stepped on all the time. You're like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about James' aunt. So I don't know about him. I definitely would not work with Mr. Hornbill.
Fuck that dude.
Hey, do you mind if I take over the burger flipping?
What is this joke? Why would he want to? Okay.
He's gonna look at.
I just want to look at the burgers.
No.
Hornbill burger jokes. There's never been a Hornbill burger joke.
Well,
I don't know where I was going with that.
I think it's. What's that outside? Kids, recess is over. Time to come back to class. Oh, jeez. Oh my.
What?
Looks like we gotta wrap the podcast stuff now.
Oh shoot! I would work with Mr. Mandrill. There.
All
I
right.
said it. There.
All right. This has been ready to start the podcast. I'm Ryan Ribbity.
I'm Rosa of the Rosario clan.
I'm Diddy.
And I just forgot to mention that I watched Madagascar A Little Wild episode 1. We gotta talk about Madagascar A Little Wild